let's talk about Lulu Wang's The Farewell.
So at first, when I saw it, it was it was late at night, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, ugh.
I'm tired.
I just did Parasite. More subtitles. More subtitles.
I know. Oh, God.
No, I love closed captions.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's in English.
Right.
But watching it and reading it is really nice from an actor standpoint and from a writer standpoint.
I have to have closed captions on everything. Or I'll miss something.
Even if it's 15 Years of Supernatural.
Oh, God.
Which I have watched.
I put Outlander with
99,000.
Outlander.
Okay.
I have to.
Mock me, Jamie.
It always goes back to that. Sassenach. What did you think about that? I love that movie. My God, what an amazing performance by Awkwafina, who won the Golden Globe.
That
and then
girl.
snubbed Oscar. Why did ScarJo get it? Awkwafina should have gotten that.
You know why ScarJo got it.
I know. She's every man's fantasy? What? What's the deal?
Well, they act like those lips didn't, exist before ScarJo. It's like, really?
Anyway, I feel like if you were close to your grandmother, oh my God,
don't make
you're
me
bawling.
cry.
I bawled so much in that movie. It was great.
My grandmother was my best friend. And unlike the protagonist, I never got to say goodbye. So the fact that she so desperately wanted the opportunity to say goodbye, but was kept from that based on her family and apparently those traditions, which say that, if grandma's got cancer, you don't say a word about it.
It's amazing.
So
in China, what the rules are.
So did they make that boy marry that Japanese girl as a ruse, just to make an excuse to get everybody?
Yes,
that little girl was so funny.
Oh my God, she was hilarious.
She just walked around bowing.
Awkwafina, man, who knew? I mean, God.
She went from Crazy Rich Asians, which was so phenomenal,
pure comedy, to this like dark, deep, hardcore drama. She can act. That girl can act.
Well, they say comedians make the best dramatic actors.
Yeah, because they've had the pain. They've shared the pain.
Yeah.
And also, I love the grandma. Oh my God, that grandma!
What a spunky little spunkster!
God. And and they all got nominated for Independent Spirit Awards. The acting ensemble in that was just fantastic. My God, they were so good. Anyway, high recommendation on that one.
What was your favorite part of that movie?
Oh God! Well, without spoiling the end,
right.
The actual, epilogue.
Oh
I was
my God.
just like, I bawled.
I did too.
I did too. The waterfall. I'm like, yeah! You know what I mean? Because I love my grandmother more than anything on God's green earth.
Right.
And if that could have been the situation, I would have just, oh my God, you just died. And so then you think, okay, the family did the right thing. Right. Sometimes that happens. But anyway, don't want to spoil anything. But I liked it all. I was always so nervous for Awkwafina or someone in the family that they were going to slip up, and you're kind of
everybody was pissed that she showed up. Yeah. Because they thought that you can't hold it together.
Right.
You are the one that will never be able to hold it together. So they all left her.
Right.
Because she's from New York. They all left her and went to China. And then she shows up a couple of days later. And I thought the mom was going to hit her in the head with a wok.
The mom was harsh. But, they all loved each other. I think it was some tough love there. But, I think my favorite part was actually the relationship between the grandmother and the granddaughter, where the grandma you'd think was this traditionalist and it was like, you have to get married or whatever. But she totally believed in her granddaughter and her independence. And if she didn't want to get married or whatever she wanted to do with her career, she was so supportive and it was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
I know.
What about you? What was your favorite part?
From a comedic standpoint, I have to tell you that my favorite part is when she showed up.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And everybody was just standing there going, oh, shit. Because they just knew that she was going to ruin it, which is why they didn't want her to come.
Right.
That was hilarious to me.
It was good. It was a very, very well done script, too.
And so kind. It was so kind. It was so warm.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved it.
Me too.
I really loved it. I love how we go from Adam Sandler, shut up,
Heart attack city. Like,
I love her.
Okay, let's go to laugh then. Okay.
Okay.
Probably the funniest movie I saw this year had to have been Booksmart for just pure laugh out loud cackling.
Olivia.
Oh my God.
Olivia.
She, who knew she could direct? Oh my God.
I have 2 words for you. Go, girl.
Bravo. She did a great job. And those actors, I mean, the people they found to be in that movie were classic. I mean, it was so well written, so hilarious.
It was the female Napoleon Dynamite to me.
It was. Oh my God. That's
right?
so perfect. That's exactly it.
And I have been wanting to see a female Napoleon Dynamite since Napoleon Dynamite.
And also, P.S., some lesbianism for once.
Yes.
Like you can be sexual in high school. It doesn't have to be whatever the norms are.
And the gender fluidity.
Oh my God, it was great. It was great.
That was really, really interesting. And I like that.
I like that a lot too. And with the popular girls and all the crazy. And it was we're so trained on the bad high school movies of the John Hughes, and not that it's a bad movie. It's just no. I love.
What did you just say?
I love those films from the 80s and 90s,
girl.
But there's some hectic subject matter in those that I never realized until I looked at them years later. Like the whole like violations and all those things.
And bulimia.
Oh yeah, I mean this is some gross stuff. But this is like. It took every one of those tropes and just kind of turned it on its head. You thought it was going to go the normal way, and it didn't. So it's so great.
I mean, shoot, they were always on top. Even when they were on the bottom, those bitches were always on top.
The opening scene of her doing her meditation, I was laughing so hard. Oh my God, that just cracked me up. Like I'm gonna like this movie. I can tell I'm gonna like this movie.
And you know what I really loved about the movie?
What?
Is that neither of the protagonists were a size 2.
Oh God,
with blonde hair.
The Barbie scene, Belle.
Oh my God. I was like the legs straight up, and she goes,
"Genius!
Oh, do I?
This is genius.
Do I have to put my legs?"
It was genius. I've never seen anything like it
ever in my life.
It was fantastic.
Ever in my life.
Somebody told me that they saw an interview with Olivia Wilde, and that wasn't in the original script.
Ah.
And one day, I think she came up with it herself. She came to set and was like, "Okay, so got this idea with Barbies, and we're just gonna go for it." And that was all improv. They improv'd it, and then how they were still tripping when they went downstairs and thought they were the Barbies. Oh my God.
With the stiff leg.
Oh my God. It was just, I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
And what was the mayor?
Oh my God.
That chick.
She was great.
I adored her so much.
She was great.
And I did not want to. And I did not want to adore her, but I loved her.
The teacher, oh my God, she was so funny. The Native American guy had the crush on the teacher.
Oh, yes.
He was so funny. Oh my God.
Because she's like, no.
I was crying. They made her so interesting. And then I also love
for such a small part, they really did make her very interesting.
All of the small parts were great. Then they took all the best comedic actors in the world to play the parents.
Yes.
Like when you're married to Jason Sudeikis, I guess you can do that. But he was hysterical. And the guy and the other parents with Lisa Kudrow and Will Forte.
Kudrow.
Oh my God.
She does really good in those kinds of roles.
So funny.
I never cared for Friends.
Yeah.
Me
just either. We have that in common.
The lack of diversity to me was just so apparent. It was just like, I have no use for this. I felt the same way about Seinfeld. I mean, I'm not bashing it.
Yeah.
But for me personally, as an African American woman, let's go over this scenario for both. Let's go over the basic premise for both of these shows.
You know what it was for
me? Wait.
What's the basic premise?
The basic premise, you live in New York and you don't know no black people.
Right. What's wrong with you?
You don't know no Hispanic people. You don't know no Asian people. Really? You're not Hasidic Jews. So I know you must know some other people. I know you must know some other people. And the fact that, what did they have, like 8, 9, 10-year stretches?
Yeah. Well, it was that Thursday night Bessie TV.
Oh, yes,
but here's I think what happened to me. I could watch Seinfeld, and there were different elements in that made it, palpable. And then I was like, okay, I've had enough white people. Right. I'm not going to go on to Friends because I can't do it anymore. I can't. It's so white bread and so boring.
And it's intentional.
I didn't even think it was funny.
It's not funny. And they had what was the girlfriend, the tall guy, David Schwimmer, I think it's Schwimmer. Or whatever.
Yeah.
He had a black girlfriend for an episode, 2, whatever.
And it was a thing. And then they just wrote her off.
And that was it. Yeah. And they just wrote, like as quickly as she appeared, she disappeared. It's like, are you kidding me right now?
I thought it was really boring.
It was really boring.
Confessions night.
I'm sorry. Not sorry.
I know a lot of you people loved it. I'm sorry. We're entitled to our own opinion.
Yep.
So
it's mine.
But that was the other great part about Booksmart too. It was so diverse. It was really great. Really, really good.
It was very diverse.
It was good. Good movie. Highly recommend it.
Have you watched The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
No, I have not.
Lisa!
I'm busy, Belle. How many shows can I handle?
On.
Is it really good?
Oh.
Is it great?
My God.
The new one.
Yeah, the new one.
The new one.
So this is not...
I didn't watch the old one.
This is not Tabitha and Twinkle, Twinkle, Twinkle and Darren.
Right.
And this is not the little Sabrina that you think. Now, it's interesting because, it's a white girl and she's got this blonde hair and blah, blah, blah. But, honey... 9. I mean,
9, Fräulein.
That shit is deep.
Wow.
And it really goes into so I will tell you this. The first season that I watched, right? I watched the first season and I liked it. And I didn't examine it too much. Sometimes you just want to watch something to watch it and let it watch you and just see what happens, see where it goes. So first season was fine. Second season, I got a little upset. My Baptist came out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yes. Hallelujah.
What happened? Someone got hit in the head with a Bible.
Because I realized that they were normalizing Satanism.
Oh.
And I thought to myself, now hold on. I got my fan out. I was like, wait a minute.
You got the vapors.
Jesus.
You got the vapors.
Wait a minute, Jesus.
So they
take the
normalize
wheel.
Satan.
They normalize Satan. Perfect example. Instead of saying, oh, for heaven's sake, right?
So, for hell's sake?
They say, oh, for Satan's sake.
Oh.
And instead of saying, come hell or high water, it's come heaven or high water. So they normalize the speech. And when they would pray, it's thank you, Satan, for this food that we are receiving for the nourishment of our body.
Wow.
In the Dark Lord's name, amen, right?
Oh, God.
And then the characters themselves, and this is the genius, the characters are so infinitely lovable and likable.
Wow.
It's sneaky. You gotta stay woke.
Sneaky Satan. I actually say they're sneaky Jesus and things. You're like they're sneaky Satan and things. That's funny. Well,
so Sabrina has 2 aunts that she lives with, and they've raised her because her parents were killed when she was a baby. The Harry Potter type of arrangement. A cousin also. They all live in the manor, and it is actually a mortuary.
Oh, fun.
So their house is a mortuary, and the basement is where they do all the embalming. I know, fun. And she's got the black cat, and I mean, just there are some real tropes in there. But the aunts, one aunt is very chic and highbred, and the other aunt is like Sussex. It's like pot pies, fish and chips.
A commoner and posh.
Yes, and the sister keeps murdering the other sister and then burying her in the graveyard outside the house, which is like some special dirt. So she comes back in a few hours, and then the sister admonishes her, and she goes, I can kill you as much as I want, Satan willing. And I was like,
oh my God.
Jesus, save me, Jesus.
And you watched them even past the Satan thing.
So I made myself, I said, okay, I see what they're doing. You ain't slick. And I said, interesting because it makes me wonder how many people are actually seeing this, or is it just because, you know, they think we're all sheep, right? That it's just, oh, that's kind of cool that they said that.
We should look up the ratings.
The chips.
Look up the ratings.
Well, the ratings must be good because they keep having another season. And don't get it twisted. It is phenomenal. All right, people, you know what to do. Can you do it? Hashtag stay decent.
Please.
Front Row Divas. Out.